Friends, I used to worry a lot, like really a lot, about the future, and mostly because I was always thinking about which job should I take on to have security for myself. In the end, I figured out that one, I am already in quite a secure job, and two, it was never about one job I can do for the rest of my life. That's just these days not viable anymore, and it's not what you should aim for either. But anyway, why do I think that trading is a safe job? Well, firstly, let's look at automation, AI. Automation, firstly, is gonna kill a lot of the service jobs, driving, cooking, even um, delivering mail, delivering food, all those very easy service jobs, accounting, even probably some things like AI can already recognize cancer on scans much better than human doctors, for example. So a lot of that stuff will be taken over by AI, and so the jobs that will be safest in the future are the ones that still need um, where you still need your whole body and your brain. So robots navigating in an environment which is completely unknown to them, kind of hard. It's gonna take some years, maybe 20, 30. So looking at nurses, for example, they have to lift people out of the bed and quickly react to different tasks and so on. Surely surgeries, um, pilots will be replaced as well, actually, bus drivers for sure, train drivers as well. So marketing could be one of those jobs, advertising, those are jobs that will stay, but they will change their job description, because with big data and AI also working on that big data, a lot of the job descriptions themselves will change, and marketing itself will change as well, of course. So why do I think that trading is a very safe job? Well, okay, firstly, we already have a lot of black boxes and AIs in the market, and manual traders are still producing the best returns. A lot of these automated funds that were doing trend following strategy during the last few years, they completely failed, obviously. It just doesn't work so well anymore, so it takes a lot of data for AI to adapt to the market. And then again, me as an investor, would I really want to invest into a black box? Not really, screw that. I would rather give my money to someone who knows what they are doing, or who knows what their AI is doing. And then also, so yeah, of course, the markets have changed, the charts have changed, but the markets have always been changing over the last 100 years. And that's the hallmark of a good trader, is to adapt. That's why we constantly collect data and then adapt to the changing market conditions, right? And we can do that much better than any machine for sure, and it will take a long, long time until machines can outperform us. And even when they outperform us as human traders, then we will still be able to make a great living, because as soon as the market becomes completely untradeable for these algorithms, then they stop making money. And it's basically a war of which algorithm adapts faster to the changing market, and it's gonna be a game of rabbit and fox, and in the end no one is going to make money and the whole system will collapse. So, but that's not gonna happen in my opinion, simply because algorithms were created by humans as well, so there are a lot of these patterns that work nowadays in the market. They will still work in the future. There are definitely, since I started developing algorithms, I found out that a lot of the algorithms don't make any sense to us. That's true. So you would never have the idea to use an indicator in a certain way as a manual trader, but as an algo developer, you can just test it. You can test things that go against like common logic or knowledge and then find out that they actually work. And then those edges are there for 3, 4, 5 years and then they disappear again. So then the algorithm stops working. Why is that? Well, because there's zero discretion involved. In our trading, there's discretion, and this like 30 to 20% discretion roughly, which is involved in my strategy, helps me to adapt to the changing market conditions much better than any algorithm right now can do, and probably far into the future will. So even if a lot of the volume comes from algorithms, like for example right now in the Euro USD, which is probably the most digital market in the world, you can still make money in that market as a human trader, especially if you're on the higher time frames. If you go to the lower time frames, starting to compete with algorithms on the minute or second charts, okay, it's gonna get harder for you, but it's even there, it's still possible, because our brains are pattern recognition machines. That's what we do, that's what we always have done. As long as there are patterns to recognize, we can get in. And there will always be patterns to recognize, because buying and selling doesn't change. Whether it's a human or a machine doing the buying and selling, the patterns don't change. Even if the whole market does V reversals every day, or it does a V reversal and then it starts ranging, and there's just always something for you to recognize and adapt to, and to get into the market with a skewed risk-reward ratio. Will always be the case as long as capitalism survives. If capitalism disappears, well, we have other problems than charts, to be honest. But this is why I think that trading right now is one of the safest jobs on earth, because you can make your own fortune. What you do directly influences your performance on the charts, and you're not slave to some boss who doesn't see how well you perform and doesn't give you a higher salary. At the same time, the money making power of trading is unlimited. You can take your money, invest it into other things like real estate, and build up a passive portfolio of income should trading really ever disappear. And there are just so many ways to diversify your trading and your income as a profitable trader, that right now I really didn't want to do any other job. Maybe artist. I think artists right now are pretty safe as well, especially if you can directly monetize your art. For example, if you're a great tattoo artist or a successful musician, but it's much easier to become a successful tattoo artist, for example. Those services will become more important and better paid in the future, I'm pretty sure, especially when automation kills a lot of jobs, or if the basic income for everyone ever comes. Yeah, besides that, I really don't worry at all at the moment. I mean, I worry about America finally losing it completely and starting a hot war with China, which would probably be the end of all of us. But as long as that doesn't happen, for the next 40, 50 years, you're good, you're set as a trader. You can scale your business up as much as you want, and the charts will always be there. There will always be an opportunity to make money in the market somehow. Maybe you will have to adapt more in the future. You have to change your strategy every 2 to 3 years instead of every 5 to 10 years. But all of that is doable. It just depends on your work ethic. that's what I think. So if right now you're wondering whether you should get into trading or not, or whether you should devote more time into trading, to trading or not, whether you should focus on another career, my advice is put as much effort as you can into trading. Probably currencies and stocks, they will disappear in the future, I'm pretty sure. And cryptos will take over sometime in the next 10, 20 years, maybe even earlier, if people lose faith into fiat currencies in the next recession. Could happen, but look at the crypto charts. They trade exactly the same as Forex and stocks, especially if they are the more liquid ones like Bitcoin, and the spreads will go down and cost of trading will go down, and then maybe in 10 years we are all trading cryptos instead of fiat currencies or stocks. But who cares? Like, I really don't care what my investment vehicle is, as long as it gives me moves that are good enough in relation to the commission, right? If the cost of trading were ever to go up so much again that day trading wouldn't be profitable anymore, then I would just move into investing or trading the weekly charts. So there's always a way to adapt, always a way. So yeah, I stopped worrying a long time ago. I worry about other things, but not about whether trading will still be here tomorrow, because it will be. Alright, besides that, got a new haircut. Didn't pay with Bitcoin, but looks nice. And tomorrow I will go to Chengchao, which is a beautiful island. I'm gonna rent a bicycle and drive a bit around and chill at the beach and just enjoy the lifestyle in this amazing city and be grateful for everything that has happened in my life in the last 5 years. One hell of a trip, and it's only gonna get better and better and more interesting. Because the more money you have, the more fun life becomes. That's just the way it is. You will have more sources of income. It will come from this investment and that investment, and you're trading, and maybe a small company you open here, maybe a small venture you open there with a friend, and it's just the possibilities open up and become endless the more money you have, and it really adds up and compounds, and it's a lot of fun. So I will definitely go into venture capital in the future as soon as I think that I reached everything in my trading, which could still take like 10-20 years. Let's see. Alright guys, that's it for now. Time to get some dinner. Peace out.